a quiet suburb of Ohio, where the lawns were trimmed and the neighbors waved politely but never got too close, lived a woman named Carol. She was in her early 60s, recently widowed, and adjusting to the kind of silence that comes when a partner of 40 years is suddenly gone. Carol didn't have children. Her days were filled with gardening, watching reruns, and sitting by the window with a cup of tea. She would often stare out onto the street, not really watching anything in particular, just thinking, remembering. One rainy evening in October, she heard a soft meow. She opened her door, and there, soaked and shivering, was a small gray tabby cat. He looked up at her with cautious green eyes. Carol, who hadn't spoken to a soul in 2 days, bent down and whispered, "Well, hello there." She took him in, dried him off, and gave him a bit of tuna. He didn't leave. She named him Whiskers. Whiskers wasn't the cuddly type. He didn't sit on laps or purr loudly, but he followed Carol from room to room like a silent guardian. When she cried, which still happened often, he sat beside her. When she laughed, he blinked slowly, as if approving. When she talked to herself, something she'd started doing more frequently, he listened. Whiskers became more than a cat. He became company. He became comfort. 2 years passed. Carol, once withdrawn, began leaving the house more. She started baking again, sometimes just to give cookies to the mailman. She even joined a local knitting club, though she mostly listened. Whiskers would wait at the window every time she left, his silhouette pressed against the glass. He always knew when she was coming back. Then one day, Whiskers didn't come to the window. Carol found him curled beneath her favorite armchair, breathing shallowly. She rushed him to the vet, heart pounding. The diagnosis: kidney failure. It was advanced. She had a choice: try treatments that might only buy him weeks of pain or let him go. She held him in her lap as the vet gave the injection. "Thank you," she whispered through tears. "You saved me." The house felt emptier than it ever had before, but the silence was different now. It wasn't lonely, it was peaceful. Carol put a photo of Whiskers on her fireplace. She began volunteering at a local animal shelter once a week, brushing the cats, talking to them like old friends. Some of them reminded her of Whiskers. None of them could replace him, but they didn't have to. She wasn't trying to fill a void anymore. She was just sharing the love he'd helped her remember she still had to give. Love doesn't always come in the form you expect. Sometimes it walks in soaking wet on a rainy night, with cautious eyes and a quiet heart, and teaches you how to live again.